Yo ho, ladies and gentlemen, that's right, we're back. Everyone's favorite PGO show is back for a little Christmas special episode here. I'm Brandon. As always, I'm joined with my good old buddy Will. How we doing today?
Oh, we're doing great. Do you know what we're doing better than?
Oh, let me know.
Colby Dumbfuck Covington. Jeezy,
Yeah.
Did that man suck on
Broken
Saturday?
foot, as he says.
Oh, is that what he says? Was that his excuse? It looked like it. It looked like he was hobbling.
Yeah, he said he broke his foot off a block within like the first 30 seconds.
Interesting. Yeah. No,
Allegedly.
that was just...
People
allegedly.
are asking for X-ray proof to actually...
He also went on Fox News and claimed he won the fight, but wasn't given it because he's a Trump supporter. So
yeah.
Did you see that clip?
Need to know. Yeah. Did you also see afterwards after the fight he was like praising Donald Trump and Trump was just walking out of the building, didn't even stick around for it.
Dude, after the fight he got booed to no end.
And rightfully so. You talk that much shit, you take the low blows you did during the press conference beforehand and whatnot, and then
put on just a dog shit performance.
If you don't back it up, yeah, the people are going to turn on you pretty quickly, especially, his biggest hero, Trump, just wanted nothing to do with it afterwards. So,
and if he went out there and gave like Usman Covington 1-level performance and lost, I feel like the fans would have stuck with him.
Yeah.
Like, I think if he went out there and just put it on the line, I think they would have.
Yeah.
They would have rode.
Yeah. But he didn't. Nowhere even close to that.
Oh, that was awful.
And the fans let him know how they feel.
Oh, it was just brutal, man. I'm sick to my stomach. Wonder Boy lost, no surprises there. Pantoja won, no surprises there. Ferguson, honestly, I thought he looked better than the Bobby Green fight, but apparently he's been released by the UFC.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, I mean, after the fight, Dana White said he wants Tony to retire, so it's, How about Cody Garbrandt as well? Got that round 1 KO. Your favorite.
Cody no love, baby.
Also, the probably the craziest one was the Emmett Mitchell.
Oh, that was scary. I sent you that one, right? That was scary.
It was nice to see that Mitchell was, he like after a couple minutes he was up and conscious and like was aware of his surroundings. Like it wasn't like he was like got up and had no recollection of anything in the world type of thing. It sounds like he doesn't remember the fight as much,
and that's to be expected.
Understandable. Yeah, but thankfully, like, he is okay, and it's nothing long term or serious or anything that's gonna force him to take a couple steps back and maybe reevaluate.
Yeah, and here's something we love to see. Did you see the video he put out just a few days ago?
Was that the one where he's like kind of back at home? He's like walking around outside.
Yeah.
I know what video you're talking about. I didn't really watch it though. I saw it and I was like, I'll come back to it, and then I never did.
Right. We'll try and throw it up on our Instagram or something. It's a really sweet video. It's him just being like, thanks to everyone support me, and goes, and thanks to Josh Emmett for not hitting me again, brother. You could have, you didn't, you knew you got me out, you could have followed up. A lot of guys would have, and I'll never forget that. And thank you.
Yeah, well, and then
like, wow, you don't see that a lot.
Yeah, and that brought a lot of people to start pulling up, old videos from past fights of, guys getting clearly knocked out, and the ref doesn't stop it yet, so the guy goes in for a couple more until the ref stops it. So people were, recycling some of those videos and being like, good on Emmett for, just being like, I'm not going in anymore. Like, he knew it was done and done, and he wasn't going in for that extra shot or two to really seal it. So
Yeah, no, it was classy on both, and classy of, I think, classy of Bryce Mitchell to thank him. Personally, I thought that was an early stoppage. I think they should have let him kept fighting for a little bit, but I'm saying I heard the ref smelt like booze and cigarettes before.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, so maybe had little action on it. Never know.
Yeah, a little Dominic Cruzing right there. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh,
Maybe.
So Dominic Cruz was fighting, and I got his point, but he got KO'd pretty bad, got knocked down twice, was trying to get up, and then looked like he was going down again. And just he ate like 15 unanswered shots on the ground. And Keith Peterson stopped the fight. And Dominic Cruz lost it. And afterwards was like, yeah, Keith Peterson smelled like booze and cigarettes before.
Jeez. Oh. No, I don't remember that. That's funny though.
And then it was an Australian fighter afterwards. I want to say Dan Hooker, but I'm not sure. And he got like clean KO'd.
Yeah.
And afterwards tweeted out, early stoppage. I think I smelled booze and cigarettes.
That's just kind of the go-to now.
Yeah.
That's just funny though.
Yeah, I think Bryce. I think that was an early stoppage. I think Bryce had a chance to keep on fighting. But
yeah, I don't think he was down and out. I think he still had a little more gas left in the tank.
And like, dude, even from the pay-per-view at my house, I could smell booze and cigarettes. Maybe it was because I was drinking booze and smoking cigarettes. Maybe it was me. It could have been me. Maybe that was the booze and cigarettes I was smelling, but I smelt them nonetheless. You know?
Yeah.
I was getting hammered and chain smoking Marlboro Reds, but I'm like, booze and cigarettes, early stoppage. Well, those are your cigarettes. Still smell them.
I had one more thing. Also, during the fights over the weekend, we got a little bit of a preview of what's to take place next month between Strickland and Duplessis.
So yeah, you flipped on that one. Duplessis.
Yeah, well, because I was just giving you my initial, raw reaction to it.
No,
but
I'm not trying
to
call you out.
You
had a fair initial reaction.
Yeah, and I did say that I'm assuming there was obviously like more to the story. Like it doesn't they're just sitting there and then all of a sudden a brawl breaks out. Like there had to have been more to it, and we found out there was obviously a lot more leading up to it. So I'm backing Strickland on it,
So did you see the tweet from Gilbert Burns' wife?
I did, yeah. What'd she call him? Like good guy Strickland or something, or classy, or?
Well, she's like, I don't like him.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't like Sean Strickland. I don't like his trash talking. She's like, but Duplessis said, come fight. And he respectfully asked me and my children to step out of the way.
That's what it was, respectfully. So people are calling him respectfully Sean.
Oh man, what a king.
On Twitter.
What a king.
Dude, he gave him a couple good shots, actually.
I'm rooting for him. I do think Duplessis is going to win, but I'm going to be honest, I'm rooting for Sean. How can you not? How can you not?
Yeah. I also love Dana White afterwards being like, when they asked him about it, he said, well, honestly, it's all on the asshole who sat them right next to each other. And then he said right afterwards that he obviously, Dana White was the one that made the seating arrangement for all of them, and he was the one that put them right beside each other. He couldn't give a reason why. Like he's like, I fucked up. So he took ownership for some, which is cool to see. But at the same time, I mean, guys shouldn't be full out brawling in the crowd like that. But hey, you know what? I bet you're gonna see the amount of people buying that pay-per-view is gonna be quite high now, because that's got everyone talking about it.
And I think, man, Sean Strickland is really what Colby wishes he was.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, like, Colby's like, I'm the people's champ, I'm the best shit talker, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I got a sore throat. I'm the people champ, I'm the best shit talker. And Strickland just came out was the best shit talker, then became the people's champ.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Like-
was able to actually back it up.
Yeah, but I think like without trying, he became what I think Covington wanted to become.
Yeah.
Like I think that was what Colby wanted to be, is he wanted to be in Strickland's position, but he's a bitch.
Yeah, because after the fight now, like Colby was still trying to trash talk him. And now people have turned and they're like, dude, shut up. Like, you literally went out there and just got pieced for like 25 minutes. Like, how can you still come out here and shit talk? Like, you lost, and people are saying he doesn't deserve another title shot. And
if he's in the form we saw, I completely agree. I think he called it ring rust. Dana said he looked old. I think it's one of the two, and I think we're gonna find out. He said he wants to come back in February and fight. I think
okay.
I think that's what he said afterwards. He's like, I barely got it. I want to come back, and maybe that's fair. And
Said he didn't get a single scratch.
Yeah, well, and I'll put it this way, like, yeah, fucking. Yeah. I think this is gonna be like a potential Connor situation, right? Like, Connor lost to Poirier, and then lost to Khabib, and then fucked off for like 2 years. And then came back, fought Poirier, and then lost, and then obviously broke the foot, or leg, however you want to call it. But I think it's going to be one of those situations where if Covington fights in early next year, like March even, if he fights in March, and he goes out there and he whoops ass against a top contender and then fights another top contender and whoops ass and then fights another top. Like, I think you'll need 3 or 4 fights to get back there. Yeah. But if he's busy, which he hasn't been in the past, but if he really wants to prove this wrong, I think the key is, and obviously easier said than done, injuries, permitting, but I think if he's able to get 4 dominant wins in the new year, or 3 even, against the top guys, kind of put himself in a bit of a Max Holloway situation. Yeah. Where it's kind of like it becomes again, because the argument for so long was if Usman wasn't the champ, Colby would be. And I think, it was that just because Colby put on such a good performance against Usman, but he never fought Burns. He fought Masvidal. He fought Woodley after the prime, but he never fought Burns. He never fought, who are some of the other guys? I guess he fought Masvidal after the losses, but like never fought Thompson. I think him versus Shavkat, him versus Bilal might be 2 huge fights. Maybe even drop him back a little bit. Maybe him versus Vicente Luque, or even him versus Ian Gary.
Yeah.
Right? The cuck himself, and that would be electric shit. He
called out Ian Gary, kind of, so.
And so I think if you gave him 3 or 4 crazy good contenders in quick succession, I think if he's able to prove to us, or to the UFC, to the matchmakers, and to the fans, I think the fans do have a say, but prove to the matchmakers that, that was ring rust, I think, because we saw that with Holloway. And Holloway's still kind of kept that up. I don't think he's fought recently, but, now he's in a situation of who the hell do you give to Holloway? Like, at this point, the guy is almost holding up the division, and I think that's good for Holloway. Like, that's great for him. But I think if Colby were to go out there and put himself in that same situation, then you have to give him that 4th title shot. And then you get to say, yes, that was ring rust. Give him another go before he gets too old. But I think, if he doesn't fight for another year, or fights an old guy 6 months from now and then doesn't fight for another 8 months, 10 months, it's like, nah, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, now you're getting into Dylan Dennis territories. But I think if you go out there and even shut up a little bit, and I know that's not his character, but I think, and maybe he's so far in, now if he comes out humble, the next one is going to go humble to you. But I think if he were to come out and go, and he's not. He's already not doing that. So it's not going to work.
Yeah.
But I think if you were to come out and go, hey, that was ring rust. I hadn't fought. People called me inactive. You know what? They were right. I needed to be more active. He said he wanted to fight, and people were backing out. He only called out one guy in his time off, which was Kamshot Shamaev. But,
Yeah.
but I think if he goes out there and goes, okay, give me Shavkat, give me Gary, give me Burns, give me the three biggest killers in that division, and then I'm back. And if he shows that he's able to hold up a division, because then you get into a situation of a contender's going to get injured, something's going to happen, and they're going to need a last minute replacement.
Yeah.
And if he that's how Holloway got, what was it, that third fight, the fourth fight?
Yeah.
Right, like Holloway got that third fight, I think, because there was he came in not on short notice, but because I think someone got hurt or something. Like, you put yourself in those opportunities if you selfishly hold up a division by being this unbeatable contender.
Yeah.
So you can't send guys to the champ unless they beat you, because the champ beat you. But if you don't let anyone beat you, then they're forced to give you back to the champ.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually.
So
yeah, you know what? If
that's
he
my
wants to
take
get
on
back there, like he's got some work to do, and I mean, if it is ring rust, like he definitely could go out and go on a bit of a heater and get back there. But I guess really comes down to if he's willing to do that, because again, it's not going to be like take another year off and then come back for one fight and it's like, okay, I want a title shot. It's like you got to grind and put in the work, and
I think he needs at least 3 to 4 wins.
There. Yeah,
3 to 4. 3 to 4 wins against the best, and then he's back.
Yeah.
And that's easier said than done, obviously. But
yeah,
if he's as good as he says he is, and if he's as good as he used to be, I think the Covington that fought and beat Usman, I think, or not fought and beat, but fought and almost beat, fought and lost to Usman, came close. I think that's if that Covington is still there, then I think it's
you should be able to get it done.
Yeah, it's cooked up, but I don't know.
Yeah. It'll be interesting for sure to see kind of how it plays out now over the next year and a half or so.
Yeah. But no, it'll be good. And I'm excited for the Strickland fight, man. I'm excited for UFC 299 as well. That's going to be a banger. That Sean versus Cheeto. And that undercard's getting pretty stacked up right now. I think Ian Gary's going to be back on that undercard. Did you hear what Cheeto called Sean?
No.
Because I guess Sean went on a podcast once, because Sean sleeps around.
Mm-hmm.
And he said at the start of their open relationship, he was fine with his girlfriend sleeping around. And then he was like, nah, fuck that.
Okay.
So Cheeto called him the next Adam 22.
Oh no. Yeah, that's not a territory you wanna be in.
Yeah.
You want to stay far away from that.
Yeah. Oh man, 299 is gonna be a banger. It's O'Malley Vera Chukagian versus, guess who Chukagian's fighting?
Who?
In the co-main event. You better fucking buy this pay-per-view.
Oh, it's got to be Macy Barber then.
Macy, goddamn Barber is fighting
That'll be
Chukagian.
huge. I think we're also it's not for sure, but it sounds like we still might get McGregor back for 300. So that'll be something interesting.
There's a chance.
Kind of keep an eye on.
But hey, Macy Barber's fighting. Do you even care, Brandon?
Oh,
she's the love of your life.
It's gonna be a huge fight.
You excited?
Yeah. I'm sure the build up to it is gonna be what's really gonna get it going for me, but
and then we got Curtis Blades taking on Gelton Almeida, and then we got Martins Gamrot taking on Rafael Dos Anjos, which is gonna be those are two just Gamrot's, I think, kind of a future prospect. Dos Anjos is kind of on his way out. But Gamrot's just been ripping through the division. He did pick up one loss back in 2022, a decision loss to Beneil Dariush. But he beat Stevens and two others in 2021, lost a decision to Dariush in 2022, but then went on another tear and beat Armand Tsoukian at the end of 2022, and then started off his 2023 by beating Rafael Fiziev by KO, which is, oh my goodness. You know Fiziev, right?
Yeah.
And then beat Jalen Turner. So to see him take on Dos Anjos, Dos Anjos is a former champ, former title contender at 170, former champ at 155. They're fighting at lightweight, so this is going to be a banger of a fight. I'm very excited. And then you got Pedro Munoz taking on Kyler Phillips. Munoz been around for a while, but always game. Lauren Murphy taking on Karine Silva. Now this can't be right. This looks too okay. So they don't have it. Okay. So they have it at the bottom of the list here, but obviously this is going to be on the main card, if not the co-main. Right now it says Macy Barber. I don't think Macy Barber is going to stay the co-main. I'm sorry, Brandon.
Yeah, probably not. Like, let's be real.
But you got Gilbert Burns taking on Jack Della Maddalena. Jack is coming on a bit of a tear here, beating Kevin Holland and Basil Havez in 2023, and then got 3 wins in 2022. Still a very young fighter. 27, new to the division, relatively. Taking on Gilbert Burns, I think that's going to be a huge step up in competition, and that's another guy that maybe is set up with Covington afterwards. It's at welterweight. And then you have Piotr Yang taking on Song Yadong. Again, that's just going to be a banger of a fight. Really looking forward to that one. And then UFC 297. Man, they don't have a lot listed. Okay. They have Strickland and Duplessis, and then Pennington versus on Mayra Bueno Silva. So I think that's the bantamweight women's title on the line. Women's bantamweight title, and because it's vacant right now. And then you have Neil Magny taking on, according to this, taking on Mike Malott. You have Jan Blachowicz taking on Alexander Rakic. He fell off, but he was, if I'm not mistaken, Rakic was him for a while.
Yeah.
They're rematching it. He lost to Blachowicz back in 2022.
Okay.
But beat Thiago Santos in 2021, Anthony Smith in 2020. He's only been fighting once a year, which is never a great look.
Yeah, it's Seth Covington.
Yeah, exactly. But if I'm not mistaken, for a while he was kind of the man, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering that correctly. But that's 297. Where's 298? Where's 298?
Yeah, I don't see much for 298 right now.
Dominic Reyes is on the 297 card. Arnold Allen is on the 297 card. Chris Curtis. Man, this is going to be a great card. Where's 298?
A lot of big fights to look forward to coming
fighting
up.
On 29. Okay, well, that's right. Oh, my bad.
298's the Volkanovski fight, isn't it?
Yeah, taking on Ilya Taportia. That's going to be insane. And then you have Merab Davashvili taking on Henry Cejudo, which is going to be very interesting. And then a big heavyweight knockout battle. You have Tai Tuivasa taking on Marcin Tybura.
Okay.
So yeah, that's just going to be a banger. And then you have Rodrigo de Lima taking on Justin Taffa. Do you know what Marcos Rodrigo de Lima's famous for?
No.
Getting shit smacked by Derek Lewis with abs back in 2023.
Oh, that's who that. Oh, well, then yeah. That's kind of something cool to be known for, though. Because we knew Derek Lewis was going to come out and just be an absolute monster.
Not Derek Lewis with abs.
Yeah, Derek Lewis with abs is a different beast.
Have no fear, UFC 298. My favorite, Miranda Maverick, is fighting on that one.
Yeah?
I think she's 10 times better than Macy Barber.
I mean, probably. Like, let's be real. Probably. But you never know. Things could change. Never quite know.
Well, they fought each other and Macy Barber won, so.
Oh, well, then shut up. She's better then. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's just what you think. They fought a while ago. Yeah, they fought in 2021, and Macy Barber won by a lame-o decision.
Hey, you know what? A win's a win. They don't ask how you win. They just ask how many you have.
They don't ask how. They ask how many. Right on. So that we got some exciting stuff to look forward to.
Gosh.
Yeah. UFC seems to get better and better every year. Got a little bit of NFL action. We got a week ahead. Do we want to just throw together a same game parlay for this week? Because this is a shorter episode. We're already past the halfway point.
Little bit, yeah. What do you want to do? Do you want to throw together a same game, or do you want to throw together just a little Christmas special?
We could do a Christmas special. We could do together a couple.
Just doing like a quick run through the games, and we'll see if anything.
Well, I want to run you past this bet boost. Tell me what you think, okay?
All right, let's hear it.
Rams money line.
Okay.
Puka 75 plus receiving yards.
Okay.
And Cup to get a touchdown.
Ooh. I mean, you know what? Against the Saints, probably like it is. Let me just check. Yeah, he's good to go. You know what? That's not bad, actually.
Yeah,
it's not bad. The only like I mean I'm like 99% sure that Cooper Kupp gets a touchdown because like obviously Puka is, what was it, 75 receiving yards?
Yeah.
You know, against the Saints, he probably hits it. Yeah, I like that actually.
Yeah, you riding?
Yeah, I'll ride with you on that. I just have to find it here. And if it doesn't hit, well, fuck, what do we know, right?
Hey man, I have confidence. I think it's gonna hit.
You know what? Confidence is probably the biggest thing we need right now.
Yeah, it is.
Especially after last weekend, we need all the confidence possible.
I think that's a done deal. I think that's hitting, baby. That's hitting.
Boom, done deal.
I'm locking it in too.
I'm just kind of going through some of the other games because I got a lot of fun kind of matchups this weekend for the holiday season. Bengals Steelers, I'm probably just going to stay away from that one. You know, Bengals are tough without Joe Burrow. Steelers, one of the most inconsistent teams ever. I think they've arguably got they do have one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. George Pickens sucks. Najee Harris, looks like he's going to be more of an Ezekiel Elliott for the rest of his career.
Don't let me place that, Brandon.
Oh, it's not?
Has the game already started?
It's just about to start. We're like a couple minutes away from it.
I'm shaking in my boots, man. It's not letting me go. It's not letting me run here, baby. It's not letting me run.
Just keep spamming it.
It says the price of your selection changed. What does that mean?
Oh yeah, because that just shows that the odds on it have changed. So I think if you just hit accept change, you should be fine.
I did. I'm clicking accept change and place bet, and it's not letting me go.
Maybe do, sometimes it's weird. Sometimes hit the, like, don't have anything in the slip, and then just hit accept change and then try doing it again. If that makes sense.
I got out of the app. When does the game start? 6:15?
Yeah.
Shit, the game's already going.
I don't think it's, because I've got the game pulled up here and kickoff hasn't happened yet. They still got a little bit of time. Probably by a little bit of time, like maybe a minute. But
dude, it's not letting me place. It's not letting me place.
It's very odd.
Brandon, I swear if this hits tonight.
Honestly, it probably won't. Let's be real. If it's not letting
tonight. You. That's the time it hits. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it looks like it's closed now because it's starting. Yeah.
No.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it, and
no, I'm not keeping an eye on it. If it hits, yeah. I'm quitting.
It probably won't.
I'm never watching football again.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Can I build one in the moment here?
Should be able to. I know one game you're going to be watching that's going to be the talk of the world is the Sunday night game between the Patriots and the Broncos. Whose idea was that for?
Yeah, 1 sec. Throw on a Cooper anytime, and then rushing and receiver yards. Show more. Hit the over. Come on, give me an over. Give me an over. Okay, so I got Puka, Cup, and a Rams 4.5 spread. That's what I'm going with.
Boom. Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes you just got to do it yourself. Sometimes you just got to take it upon yourself and be like, I'm going to do it my way.
Oh, the bet still didn't go in. That's ridiculous. Oh my God. I'm sweating. This is insane. How could they do this to me, Brandon? How could they do this to me?
Because we're going to whip up something even better for this weekend. How could they
do this to me? I'm devastated right now.
Maybe they just know it's not going to hit, so they're just trying to...
No, they know it is going to hit, so they're
trying to save you.
They're trying to fuck me. They're trying to fuck me. That's what they're trying to do.
A lot of close matchups throughout this weekend, though. Throughout the games. Bengals, Steelers, I think Bills, Rams. Like, the Bills destroy the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers are awful. They did fire Brandon Staley, though. Long time coming, but they did finally pull the trigger on that. Browns, Texans. I mean, that's a Browns probably win due to the numerous injuries the Texans have now.
Okay, Lions. Oh, thank God. Okay, we got.
We finally got it.
We got Cooper same game. Rams covering 3.5 and Puka over 65.5.
Oh, 65.5. I like that more. That one sounds better, actually.
So we got Cooper anytime touchdown, but now the Rams have to cover a 3.5.
Yeah, they could easily do that. Like, the Rams should easily win that game. So I'm not worried about that.
Oh man, my heart was pounding there for a second.
Can't
believe
just kind of going through the games for this weekend. I like obviously the Bills over the Chargers. Really doesn't affect the odds that much because the Bills are a very heavy favorite. But I like the Lions over the Vikings. I like Packers over the Panthers.
Do the Rams have a chance in the playoffs? Do the Rams, can they still make it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're in the final wild card spot right now. They're actually tied with the Vikings, the Seahawks, and the Saints. So this is a pretty big game going on right now
with the
between the Rams
Saints.
and Saints.
Oh man, I thought the Saints were much worse.
They are much worse than the Rams. So let's be real.
All right, here, for a second, I need to blow my nose.
Yeah, I'm just quickly, for anyone that wants a quick little PGO Christmas parlay. I don't think these two really. I mean, they do. We're just gonna get greasy with it for the holiday season. This is our way of giving back. Boom.
We're back.
Boom, boom.
All right.
Boom. That one's a little scary one, but we're gonna ride with it.
What's the Christmas parlay? Talk dirty in my ear. Talk to me.
We're going with a nice little. What would this be? A nice little 7-team Christmas parlay.
Oh, I like the way you think, you dirty.
Does that one? Yeah, that one does. That one does. It affects it a little bit, but because there's a couple close matchups. Some that I think could go either way, but some of them I think are pretty safe. So the 7 legs for this is the Buffalo Bills over the Chargers, the Detroit Lions over the Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers over the Carolina Panthers, whose fans can't even be bothered to show up anymore. This is a fun one. This game will be interesting because it's the Washington Commanders, who have the 32nd ranked defense in the league, going up against the New York Jets, who have the 32nd ranked offense. But I'm still a big believer in Zach Wilson, so I'm going with the New York Jets there over the Commanders. The Sunday night game, I got the Broncos over the Patriots. Patriots are going to finish with the 2nd overall pick as well. And then the Christmas Day games on the Monday, I've got the Chiefs over the Raiders, duh. And then I've also got the Eagles over the Giants, duh. And then I'm not even going to touch the 49ers Ravens game. Maybe we'll talk later and we'll whip up something special for that game alone.
That much juicier.
Yeah, maybe we'll whip up something on the side for that game because that's going to be a very fun game. So everybody on Christmas is going to get a nice little treat getting to watch those two teams go to head to head. Two teams who a lot of people are kind of predicting are going to be the two teams meeting in the Super Bowl this year. So maybe a little preview. Never quite know.
Maybe a little bit of pre-vizzle. All right, so we got the Bills, Lions, Packers, Jets, Broncos, Chiefs, Eagles.
Yeah.
All right.
This is our Christmas gift to all of you from PGO.
From PGO, from the fine folks at PostGame Overtime.
We're always looking out for our own. That's what we do here. So I think we're kind of getting close to wrapping it up here. Just a little preview. So next week we're going to be coming out with our whole 2023 year in review, which is always a fun one, kind of looking back throughout all different sports across the world and just kind of wrapping it all up into one episode to sum up the year. We will have a little bit of World Juniors content coming out next week as well. That's set to get underway. It's a little tough because, it's over in, I believe it's Finland this year. So if you want to catch any World Juniors games, at least if you're over in kind of our neck of the woods, gonna have to be up quite early for those games. But always well worth it because, World Juniors is some of the best hockey to take place every year. And it's a pretty competitive field this year. It's not like, Canada's, at the top and then everybody else is kind of battling of who gets to take them on type of thing. It's, if initial reaction, Canada's not even the favorite this year, despite back-to-back gold medals for them. So, it's going to be exciting and a lot of upsets I think are going to happen, and it's always fun watching those best teams go head to head. So looking forward to that.
Right on.
With that, do we have any clowns? What do we got here?
I don't have
What are we
much for
working with?
clowns. I have a bit of a ranty boo. Are you kidding me, dude? The Saints are about to score.
Yeah, early.
Oh,
It's
never
early
mind.
on.
Never mind. Never mind. Rams
Derek
got the
Carr
ball.
probably just threw an interception.
No, never mind. Sorry, I thought Saints were on the Rams like 5, but it was the Rams on their own 5. They handed it off. I don't love that. I think they should have passed it to Puka Nacua, personally.
Probably.
At least one like good 65-yard hit, and then we can just be done with them for the rest of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Just get him
like
that one long ball and then
a 90-yard catch and run, him fall over on the 1-yard line, quickly pitch to Cooper Kupp, lock in those first 2 legs, and then all we have to do for the rest of the night is cover a spread, and we can do that.
Yeah. Especially like, a lot of people are riding because this is the start of playoffs for some people. Some people's last weekend, so you know, a guy like Puka is a guy a lot of people are counting on. So they gotta feed him, get him the ball.
Yeah, he's got to come up big in fantasy for a few guys.
Unlike
what number is he?
The Falcons, who, you know, again, I mean, dude, the Falcons fucking suck, man. Like they use all their top draft picks to get Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, and just don't use them the way that they should. A lot of people are rattled. I mean, you know, Bijan Robinson was, you know, a lot of people's best running back on their team, and then going into, I mean, for some people, first round of the playoffs, he only got the ball 7 times. He rushed for 11 yards, had a fumble, had 1 reception for 3 yards. So it's like holy shit, he did not ball out. But luckily for me, in my other league, I had Bijan, and I ended up trading him away at the deadline for a couple picks next year. So yeah, it's working out pretty well for me.
You can trade for picks in your other league?
Yeah, because it's a yearly one.
Is that your work one?
No, a separate one, which kind of sucks because you always like going for it and trying to win it all, but like, man, like my team just nothing worked. Like
that's the league, started off slow, and right?
No, I do have Najee Harris though, who sucks. Maybe he'll have a big week for me. Maybe I want that consolation.
Was the playoffs last week for our league?
No, this week.
Damn, because CMC popped off for me last week.
MVP favorite. A lot of people are saying now.
All right. Do you have any clown news?
I got one. This is a little bit of an older one. But I saw something about it again yesterday, and it just really, just drove me up the wall. And I think it's bullshit. The NFL. So did you hear the story about Tyreek Hill's like personalized, photographer and whatnot?
Yeah, something about that.
So basically, this guy wanted to, get into doing photography and making cool videos and whatnot. And so he met up with Tyreek, and then once Tyreek Hill got traded to Miami, they linked up again, and they worked on a lot of stuff together. And this guy ended up kind of getting a job working and doing some content creation stuff for the NFL. Mm-hmm. And a couple weeks ago, Tyreek Hill scored a touchdown, and this guy was down over in the end zone. And Tyreek Hill took his phone and did like a frontal view of him while he was doing he did a backflip with it.
Okay.
And the NFL, didn't like it and ended up like firing this guy and removing him from doing work with the NFL for the remainder of this season. And it sounds like he's probably done. But the worst part is the fact that the NFL punished this guy so severely and put him on blast and took away his credentials, his job, all this. But they still use that video. The video of Tyreek holding the phone and doing the backflip. The NFL posted it all over the place and is making so much money and getting clicks and engagements from people for something that they fired Buddy for being a part of.
Yeah, that's brutal. So I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I got to put the NFL on. Like if they just fired him and said, hey, you know what? You can't be doing stuff like that. That's one thing. But to then take that stuff that you're criticizing him for and putting it out on all your stuff and trying to gain viewers and engagements off it, that's pretty scummy stuff. So
yeah, I don't like that. NFL,
hope,
y'all clowns for that one. Come on, Goodell, be better.
I hope that they right the wrong and mend the fence with this guy, because this is a young guy who's very talented and doing a lot of good stuff for the NFL. So I would hate to see them lose out on an opportunity of having this guy work for them for a long time, and especially to fire him for something so stupid, but then you promote that same stuff and try and profit off it. It's
real.
Get better, NFL.
Honestly, man, I should have taken something on Stafford. He's cooking right now, man.
Yeah, you know what?
They're on a drive right now.
I'm not a big Rams fan, but I'm a big Stafford fan. He continues
Kelly Stafford's husband?
Yeah, Kelly Stafford's husband. He just gets better with age, it seems.
Man, they're driving right now. So I don't have a clown, but I have a little a PGO editorial report here.
Okay.
I did something new last night for the first time ever.
All right.
I went to the ballet.
Oh. Okay.
Let me tell you, I'm all in. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome, man. They were dancing around. They were doing these jumps. It was impressive. All right.
It is impressive.
They were moving around now. There's that thing in like ballet where like there's those like tight body standards where it's like they don't want women, like they have to be very like stick and slender. They don't want hips. You heard that one?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that does not apply to the fellas. All right.
No.
All right. The stylist for those fellas went, how many bulges can we get in one pair of pants? Let me tell you, those guys in their tights, not only were they double caked up, but they had some schmeat. All right. There was one guy at one point just dancing around. Just fucking, he looked fucking rock hard, if I'm being honest, man. It was poking out.
Dude, and he's just happy to be doing what he loves.
Dude, and like you saw the ass clench on every time they went for a jump. Those men were caked. They were caked, all right? They're just running around with hogs on them like that. It was insane.
They take pride in their work. They take pride.
Dude, I wanted to tell my girlfriend to leave, you know? I was getting uncomfortable. And it explained something to me. You know the whole like, oh, the guys that do ballet, that's gay. You know that stereotype?
Yeah.
I get it.
Silly stereotype.
I get it though. Because the whole time you're like, fuck, I hope he's gay.
Yeah, they're intimidated.
He's hung like a horse, jacked and gorgeous.
And just fucking caked up.
Yeah, he's double caked up.
So one might say you had a little bit of a sweet tooth there and we're hoping to maybe leave with a cavity or something.
Buddy, let me tell you.
One could say.
It's not that the male dancers are gay. It's that it makes the men in the crowd gay. You know what I mean? Like, you see that and you're like, fuck. Fuck, man. Like, that was insane. That was insane. And, it was the Russian ballet. It was the Nutcracker, which is a Russian ballet.
Of course, called the fucking Nutcracker.
I'm going to tell you.
The audience is nutting.
Dude, more like Nutbuster, all right? After watching that, I'm going to be real. I might be rooting against Ukraine at this point. Those Russians know how to dance.
No.
Those Russians know how to dance. That was insane. I'm in. I'm all aboard. All right? I'm fully in. Whatever Putin needs, I'm in. All right?
You're buying stocks in the ballet?
Buddy, I'll buy stocks in the Russian oil oligarchs' companies at this point. You know? Yeah. I was mesmerized. All right, and not just because of the cack. The music was great. The dancing was great. It was expert athleticism. It was very impressive.
Sounds good. The time of your life.
You know what I'll say? It's also making me kind of side with communism here. Not a lot of solos. A lot of group dance. A lot of group work. And you know what? It made it better. Capitalists could never. All right? If you tried to train 10 American kids in ballet, halfway through the first act, one of those motherfuckers would just be flossing. Be like, look at me, I'm flossing. Look at me, look at me, look at me. No. Not these Russians. Not these communist beatings, all right? They're like, here's the deal. We're going to put you all in uniform. Oh, man, Cooper Kupp just dropped a touchdown pass. We're going to put you all in uniform. Yeah, there's maybe like one solo. And I'm going to be honest, that was the worst part. It took away from the glory of the communist propaganda that I am fully supporting now.
We know you're a big fan of group work.
I love group work. I love communism. Fuck Ukraine. I'm all in. All right?
You're on board. They got you sold.
They got me sold. All right? I've never been more passionate about. I love ballet. Not just because the dancers are fucking thick, the men especially. I don't care. Dude, my girlfriend was like, oh, like, wasn't that woman so beautiful? I'm like, well, there are women in this? I didn't even notice.
They'll do that to you. That's what they're there for. That's what the guys are there to do. They're there to when you're going home, they're all you want to talk about.
Buddy, I had an awakening last night, all right? I love the ballet. Also, Puka just scored a touchdown, so good for you fantasy owners.
Yeah, there we go.
It was on like the 5-yard line, so it kind of does shit all for my yardage parlay. And Cooper Kupp dropped the touchdown.
Puts him over. Puts him over 20 yards so already.
Yeah, that's not bad. Oh,
no, never mind. He's at 9. He's at 19.
Oh, you lying son of a bitch!
You said it was a 5-yard. Yeah, it was only a 2-yard tutty for him.
Really? Damn.
So that's not on me. But that's good for the Rams though to get up to an early lead there.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, did you see that the Rams are getting the Super Bowl back next year at SoFi again? So that's twice in the span of like 3 years that they're gonna have it.
Yeah, the NFL dumped they put so much money into the stadium, it doesn't shock me.
So much money that the fucking Chargers gave up everything to go there just for everything to fall apart.
Yep.
Damn. What I couldn't even imagine being a Chargers fan right now, man.
Oh,
like
man.
you've wasted Herbert. Like he's not going to stick around with this dumpster fire. You moved the team away from all their fans just to go somewhere now where all your home games is just all Rams fans there.
Do you know what I couldn't imagine? Not being a ballet fan.
Yeah.
I love it.
But ballet stocks are going up in 2024.
Buddy, there. Have you ever been to ballet?
No.
Dude.
I'll go now though. You make it sound interesting.
It's awesome. Go to the Nutcracker especially. That's a good one. Have you you know the story? I'll tell you the whole story right now. I'll tell you the whole story.
Yeah, if you want to.
So there's this girl named Clara, right?
Yeah.
Fucking mid dancer. Right? Just okay. And she has this uncle. Or godfather. And he tells her the story about a nutcracker, about this guy that devises the perfect rat trap, mouse trap, kills all the mice. But the czar, the mouse king, the rat king, isn't happy with that. So he casts a spell and turns him into a nutcracker. And he can only be freed by a woman who sees him for who he truly is and not just that huge cock. Okay, I may be exaggerating. I may be taking some liberties with this story, but that's the gist of it. So, after the story, then Clara gets attacked by mice later that night. Right? A little suspect. The uncle or the godfather comes, puts all the mice to sleep. Whoosh. And then they get shrunken down. They go to this magical world of the Nutcrackers. Guess who's there? My main man, fucking Carl, the Nutcracker, the Nut Buster, the Nut Giver. All right? They wage this insane war against the rats. All right? They win narrowly. Right? The rats are like, oh, they're doing good. You think the rats are going to win. You're like, shit, oh, fuck. Are they going to win? You're not sure. You're a little nervous. Honestly, I was nervous. I was like holding on to the edge of my seat. I was like, shit, are the rats going to win? They can't win. What about the Nutcracker? Then the Nutcracker wins at the end because he was fighting with the Rat King, and then Clara comes up and hits the rat with her shoe. Again, doesn't do much. She was mid. But fucking big dick Nutcracker over here, he's hurt. So then they go to like this magical world where the Ice Queen, She comes by with whatever her dancers are and lifts the spell. And so then you can see how hot the Nutcracker is. And this guy's hot, let me tell you. All right? Beautiful hair, caked up, just living large. They dance for a little bit. Beautiful dancing, by the way. Again, he was the star of the show. Not going to lie. He, way better than the chick. Just saying. Then, end of Act 1. Act 2, they go out, and Act 2 is mostly just dancing. The gentlemen, terrific. The women, sure. It was fun. I think they were happy to be there.
You talking about the war, honestly. You're talking about the war. All I'm just envisioning is I don't know why, but I'm just picturing the Falcons Patriots Super Bowl.
Buddy, honestly, more dramatic.
That's just all I was. That's just as I was envisioning that.
And guess who our Nutcracker is?
Hand in hand.
Thomas Brady.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because he had a spell put on him by the rat, Roger Goodell, and the spell was a 4-game suspension.
And he overcame it. Fuck, no one was better at overcoming adversity like Tommy Terrific, man.
Buddy, watch the Nutcracker. That'll change your mind. That Nutcracker overcame some adversity.
More than Tom Brady.
Buddy, having to dance with a cock that big in your pants?
All right. Here we go. This is it. This is the biggest question you're ever going to be asked in your life.
I'm gay now. Yeah, that's
you have one choice.
I'm gay.
You have one choice.
Yeah.
And once you choose one, the other one's deleted forever. Would you rather go and rewatch the Nutcracker ballet or 80 for Brady? Just remember, whichever one you pick, you can watch, and the other one's gone forever. You can never watch it again.
Is it just the Nutcracker? Can I still go to other ballets?
Yeah. Yeah, you can still go to other ballets. But you can never go see that ballet, the Nutcracker one.
Can I suspend my answer until I get tickets to Swan Lake?
Yeah, all right. We'll put it on hold. I'm going to come back to you with it, though.
They're not coming to town anytime soon. I think the next one they're showing is Hansel and Gretel. I don't really care about that one. I want to see Swan Lake. Why? Because the music was also composed by Tchaikovsky. That's right. I'm a big Tchaikovsky guy now. I have favorite composers.
You stud.
Dude, it was sick. I dressed up. I was wearing a suit with a sweater under it. I looked like a Bond villain, man. I was looking hot. Right?
You're trying to put on a show for the guys.
Dude, I was trying
to put on a show for you. You're trying to put one on for them.
Yeah, I was trying to go home with some male ballerinas. Let me tell you, all right?
And you know what? Not a single person can blame you.
And I'm not even trying to sexualize the fellas. I would just love to learn their agility. You know what I mean? I would take them in my fantasy draft. I see them in my fantasy.
Yeah.
Not fantasy football, just general fantasies.
Yeah, your hopes and dreams, biggest wishes.
But let me tell you, spoiler alert for the multi-100-year-old Nutcracker ballet. So they do their little victory dancing, spells lifted, they're dancing, then boom. The next morning, Clara wakes up. She's like, oh my God, that was all a dream.
No.
That was all a dream.
Oh, no.
No, wait. She walks outside. And she sees her godfather. And he's like, hey, how you doing? She's like, good. I had the craziest dream last night.
Was Godfather kicked up?
I'm not sure. It was hidden a little bit. He was wearing a suit, and Nutcracker was wearing tights.
Ah, gotcha.
And when I say tights, it was
like tight.
Yeah, tight. I swear, I don't know who the tailor was, but I tell you, they pulled in fabric around the crotch. It was a little distracting. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, but you know that's what they do because we're talking about it now. Everybody's listening about it. This is what they wanted.
Yeah,
they wanted to get us talking about it.
So she's like, Godfather, I had the craziest dream. She's like, oh, that's crazy. By the way, and then you just hear the cheeks clapping and the steps tapping. Guess who walks in? He goes, oh, by the way, this is my nephew, Carl. And it's the Nutcracker. He's real. It wasn't a dream.
No.
Better than the Sixth Sense, in my opinion, honestly.
Just threw everyone for a loop.
Dude, I was like, oh shit. I was getting looks. Apparently, like this ballet, apparently it's been around for a few years. I thought I was there on opening night, if I'm being honest. I didn't
Oh,
know people knew this story. I thought this had never happened before. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like I thought Tchaikovsky was still alive. Turns out he died in like the 1800s. I was devastated. I never got a tweet about
They'll
it.
do that
You would
to you.
think a composer that good when he passed away, they'd at least put out a tweet about it, right?
Yeah, or an X now.
Yeah, yeah. The Facebook post
Nobody
at least.
slapped an X anywhere, and well, maybe on pictures of him now that he's gone. R.I.P. But
R.I.P. Tchaikovsky, man. But let me tell you, like, oh man, I was losing my shit. I was losing my shit. Oh, it was terrific, Brandon. It was terrific.
sounds like
If
a
you ever get the
fantastic
chance,
night.
go to the ballet. And I'm joking.
I will keep that in mind.
Obviously, I still support Ukraine. That might change depending how good Swan Lake is. Just saying.
Yeah,
But what I'm not joking about is how awesome the ballet was. And remember, there was an old thing of like, oh, like NFL wide receivers, they know ballet. They have a ballet coach because it helps with their agility. Remember that? You ever hear that one?
yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
I
Oh
get
yeah.
it.
Honestly, yeah.
Like Randy Moss would be terrific at ballet. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Friggin' that's the only one. Julian Edelman, probably good at ballet. He'd be good at ballet. He's more of a runner. He was less agile.
He's a beast, though.
I don't think Kyler Murray would be good at ballet unless they did like a Fortnite event for it or something.
Yeah, most likely. I was gonna say that with
if they did like a
Tyreek as well.
Fortnite ballet, like I could see Kyler definitely doing like Fortnite ballet because they had like the Fortnite Travis Scott concert.
Yeah.
If they did like a Fortnite Nutcracker ball, like I think that would be good for him.
Yeah.
But he should stick to his dainty little football game, whatever. I don't know. All I'm saying is ballet is the shit, and I'll be going every year.
Fantastic. Well, you heard it here first.
That's the
Ballet
PGO editorial.
is on the rise on the PGO show coming up in
Yeah,
2024.
not a lot of people have heard about it. It's this new art form. It involves dancing. It involves music, a little theatrics, great
Storytelling.
costumes, beautiful storytelling. If I may say,
Better script than the NFL. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. I think it is. Yeah, beautiful storytelling. So yeah, again, not a lot of people have heard of it, but if you get the chance to, it's a little tricky to spell. There's a T in there. You think it's pronounced ballet? It's not. It's ballet. I know this. I'm a bit of an aficionado.
Saints are marching down the field right now as well.
It's a 4th and 5. What are you talking about?
Oh, it is now. Yeah, just updated for me.
Yeah, it's a 4th and 5. They're going for it on 4th and 5? Oh, I hate when they do that because they always get it. Oh, no, they don't. Derek Carr just got sack attacked.
Oh, that's what they get.
That was a huge sack. Speaking of huge sacks, I went to the ballet the other night.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for listening. We're going to come at you with a New Year's special. Thank you so much for keeping us up. We'll talk about it a little more in the new year, but thanks so much for listening to us in 2023. A very on and off year, but we've been more on recently than we have been off. And we plan to keep that way going into 2024. Thanks so much for always listening, tagging along. Thank you again, always to W Energy for keeping us fueled during our episodes. Head over to the W link through our social medias and get yourself 10% off your order of a crash-free, jitter-free energy formula at WEnergy.com. W Energy, use code PGO. That's right, PG&O, PGO for 10% off your order at checkout, and use the link in our bio on our social medias. That is at PGO Show on Instagram and TikTok, at PG Overtime on X, and PostGame Overtime on YouTube, PostGame one word. Folks, we look forward to seeing you in the year in review episode coming at you next week, and thanks so much. Let's hope these parlays hit, because that is what my New Year's resolution is, for a couple hit parlays. Folks, we love you, and have a good one.